guys, if your VPS goes live and within next 60 seconds of going it live, lot of bots all over the internet tries to actually get into your VPS server using your root login. So it's going to try out all the different combination of passwords, and like those bots try to get into your server, which you'll lose the access to if they get into. So most of the people who purchase the VPS for the first time, they don't actually know this, and they'll just put out the things in the server, and they'll start running it. In this video, I'll try to show you few of the critical security things that you have to do whenever you get a server. So if you are already running up a VPS server, or if you are trying to get a new one, this video is going to help you a lot in the point of view of the security. So if this sounds interesting, let's get started with the video. So the whole point of this video is to show you how you could make your VPS secure. I mean, it doesn't matter in which platform you're purchasing the VPS and all. So for the video, like, I mean, I am planning a series of videos regarding some of the things, like you'll be knowing the upcoming videos. So for that, I actually need a server. So I'll just try to go ahead and purchase a server to go ahead and showcase all those things. So I mean, like I am using Contabo from so many days for my hosting as well. In this video as well, I'm just trying to go ahead with Contabo. If you want to go ahead with this, I'll leave the link in the description. So this is the best pricing that I could get for these resources. So if you go ahead and check out with, I mean, doesn't matter if whichever platform that you want to go ahead with, but I feel this is a bit what do you say, worth for your money. So I'll just try to get this VPS 10 thing for my so it's going to cost us around, I guess, $5. So this is if you pay it on a yearly basis, that's like 3.96 or something like that. So if I go with monthly, it's going to cost me $5 per month. So I'll just choose Ubuntu. This is okay, and I'll just scroll down. So this is the main thing. So here you have to set out a password for the VPS. So what I'll try to do is I'll try to set up a password here. So just try to remember the password that you have actually added here. This is going to be the thing that we'll be using when logging to our server for the first time. So I'll just try to click on next. So here I am already a customer. So if you are new to Contabo, you'll have to fill out like the basic details, and as I already have an account, I'll use this account, and I'll just click on login. I'll just enter the two-factor I have. All right, now I don't actually need the auto backup, so I'll just go with one this particular thing per month plan, and I'm gonna go ahead and pay for the order. Okay, as you can see, the server is now installing. So once you complete the payment, for the first time, I guess it might ask you for some of the details like verification details, or else for some of the people, it would be automatically giving out the server. As you can see, now we have the server running up. And now to interact with the server, so we need something called SSH. So for that, I'm actually using Termius. If you want to use Putty or Termius, anything, like if you are not sure, just go ahead and get a free, like you could download it for Windows, Mac, Linux, everything. So just create a free account and you could download that. I have a free, like I have downloaded it and have connected it. So once you are here, you just have to come over to a new host, and here you have to paste in the IP address. So for the IP address, this is the IP address of our VPS. So just copy it and come back to here. I'll just close this. I'll just paste out the IP address, and the username that we have to paste in here is going to be root. This is going to be default for the first time. Like we have, like I've told you when we are setting up the server. Like I have showed you where you have entered your password, right? So that's where that's the password that you have entered here as well. I'll just enter the password, and here you just have to click on connect. As you can see now, we are in the server. So this is, now we are actually into the server. This is the thing that you'll be getting whatever the platforms that you use to purchase the VPS. So this is where we'll be landing finally after we connect to SSH. So from here we have to go ahead and like, I mean, whatever the things that we have, like you'll be going ahead and performing, this is the place that you'll be doing. So let's start with like, I mean, I have created a basic document regarding the security things that we'll be doing. Don't worry about the commands that we'll be using. Like I have created a detailed document which I'll be sharing it to you by the end of the video. So let's start with implementing the things. So the first and main important thing is to make sure to update the available software packages, and that's something that we have to do. Further, just paste in the command and click on enter sudo apt update. So if there are any of the updates that it has to install, it's going to do. And in the same way, just try to paste the second command as well. Like, I mean, all these commands, don't worry, I'll be giving you by the end of the video. Like, I'll be giving you the entire document. So again, paste in the second command. If there are any things, it's going to install. As of now, we don't have any in our case. Most probably you won't be having in your case as well. So now the next important thing that we'll be doing is, like I have told you at the start of the video, when you push your VPS or when you start running your VPS, so the most common username that the bots would be checking out for is root. So we have to make sure that we will be using our VPS in a different user other than the root user. So for that, we have to create the user. So what I want you to do is, I just want you to copy the command add user and come back to your here and just paste in the command. And the thing that you have to add here is going to be the username. So what I'll try to do is, I'll try to add my name here. So just click on enter. Now this is going to create the user. Now you have to give out the password. Make sure so the one thing that you have to make sure here is the password won't be visible. So as you can see, I have typed out the password, but the password is not going to be visible. So make sure you verify or like type out the password very carefully, and it's going to ask you to type out the password again. And I'm going to do the same. Like all of these, you could go ahead and skip by clicking on enter. So as you can see, we now have the user created. So the next thing that we have to do here is going to be, we have to add the permissions to the user. So like the sudo permissions, which we call it as admin permissions as well. So just try to copy out the command here. In the place of your name, you have to put out the username that you have actually entered here. So I'll just put out my username. So now this is going to add my user that I have created. Like, I mean, it's going to give the sudo permissions so that I could go ahead and execute whatever the commands that I want to go ahead with. Okay, so the next thing that we'll be doing is, we'll be disabling the root user. So before disabling the root user, we have to make sure that the user that we have created, like we'll have to test out if that particular user we are able to log in with that particular user or not. So for that, I'll just try to close this out, and instead of the username root, we have to add in your username that you have actually created, and then put out the password that you have created for that particular user. So I'll just try to click on connect. If you are able to successfully connect, I'll just don't consider this. So I'll just click on continue. So if you are able to go ahead and connect successfully in my, like as you can see, I have got successfully connected, and my user, like, I mean, you see, like I have my name over here. So this is the current user that I'm in. If this is the scenario with you, you could go ahead and proceed. If you are not able to log in, make sure you go ahead and try to recheck the process that you have done. You might have done some mistakes there, like maybe in the password or something like that. So the next thing that we'll be doing here is, we'll be disabling the root user. So for that, we'll just try to go ahead and copy out this command. So this is where we'll have the configs and all. So just try to go ahead and paste out this particular command and just click on enter. So it's going to ask you for the password. Just type out the password. So here you have to find this line, which is permit root login. So here you just have to go ahead and change it to no. So for that, just try to scroll down. Like, I mean, you just have to use your arrow keys. So here you see that, right? We have permit root login. So here you have to go ahead and change it to no. And to make the changes, so just click on Control O, enter, and then Control X. You'll be out of the nano editor. So the editor that we have used is called nano. That's a text editor. So now we have successfully disabled the root login. And then the other thing that you have to immediately do after doing that is you have to go ahead and restart the server. So just try to go ahead and restart it. Don't worry, it's going to be fine. But make sure you are able to log in with your new user that you have created, and then you have to perform these things. So once that is done, we can go ahead and go to the next step, which is the main important thing in the entire thing. So here, so the thing that we'll be setting up here is called SSH key authentication. So what this is going to be doing is, so we'll have a public key and we'll also have a private key. So the public key is going to be in our server. We'll just put that out in the server, and private key is going to be in our computer. Like, we are going to store it. Whenever we want to log into our server, we'll not be using the password. We'll be using this public private key authentication, where this is going to be more secure. In a case where if your password is leaked, like your user password that you have created, in that scenario as well, they won't be able to log in. So that's something that we'll be setting up now. So for that, I just want you to go to terminus, and I want you to click on walls here and click on, so here just click on generate key, and I'll just try to name it as VPS2. And for the paraphrase, I think anything you would just keep out anything that doesn't matter, and just click on generate. So what this is going to do is this is going to give you two keys. One is the private key and the other is the public key. So for the public key, you have to put this out in our server. So for that, you could just generate it. This is the command to generate the key that we have just generated. If you want to do that with terminal, you can go ahead and use this, or else if you have terminus, you'll be able to do it so simply. So for that, we'll just try to copy this command, which is going to create a directory. I'll just go into the server and I'll just paste out this command. Now this is going to create a directory, and then we'll have to open the nano text editor again. So there we'll have to paste out this particular public key that we have. So for the public key, I'll just go to walls, and I'll just copy the public key, and I'll just try to paste it out over here. And again, to control O, enter, and control X, you'll be back. So once this is done, the next thing that you have to do is you have to give the permissions to that particular folder that you have created. So just try to paste out this particular command, and the other thing is give the permissions to that particular file that you have created. So just copy the command and paste out the same command. So that's the thing regarding the SSH thing. So now if I try to close out this particular thing, now I'll try to remove the password here. Instead of password, I'll use the same username. And if I go to key here, I'll select key and I'll choose okay, I have added it as VAP instead of VPS, but that's okay. So you just have to choose your key here and then click on connect. Now this is going to go ahead and use the connection to like the SSH key to proceed with the thing. As you can see, we now successfully logged in, which means our public private key authentication successfully worked. Now we have to go ahead and disable the password login. So once you have made sure that the SSH is working perfectly, we can now go ahead and disable the password login. So for that, just try to copy out this particular SSH command again. Like, that's the file, it's called SSH config file. That's the file we'll be using to modify the all the SSH config. And here you'll have to find an thing called password authentication, and you have to set it to no. So let's just go ahead and find that out. So it's going to be password authentication. As you can see, we have this here. So I'll just try to set it to no. And once that is done, control O, enter, and control X, you'll save the file, and then we'll have to again restart the server. So I'll just copy this. So we have successfully disabled the password login as well. And the final thing that we'll be doing is we'll be setting up a service called fail to ban. So if a bot or someone tries to keep on trying your server, like try to log into your server, So this is going like we'll be setting up a limit, like a rate limit, where this is going to like jail that particular IP, and I mean it's going to block that particular IP and put it in a jail. So for that, we just have to go ahead and install this service, which is called fail to ban. I'll just click on enter, and it's asking me for the password. I'll just enter my password on Y, and it's done installing. And the next thing that we have to do is, I mean, instead of just enabling it, we can set up a config. So I'll just try to go ahead and copy the file here. So what this is going to do is, this is the config file that we'll be copying, like we'll create a copy of it to make sure that we can edit it. Now I'll just try to open that particular file that we have created, like the config file. And here, as you can see, the default ban time is set to 1 hour. And make sure you actually try to set SSH enable true. We have to set it to true, and control O, enter, and control X. So we are done with it. And the next thing that you have to do is just try to enable the fail to ban by copying that particular command. And the next thing that you can do is you can directly start the fail to ban by pasting out this particular command. And to check the status of it, you could just try to copy this command, and you can just paste out the status, and you'll see the number of IPs that are in jail. So this is the thing that will be like, this is kind of a security thing that we have implemented. And now like, I mean, you'll be able to sleep peacefully with your VPS running up, so you don't have to worry about the security things. But I mean, based on the things that you are installing in the VPS, you have to make sure regarding the security of the things that you are installing. That's something that I want to put out as well. This is regarding the initial VPS setup that we have done. So like in future, if you want to go ahead and install some things, based on the installation of the thing, you have to make sure the security things that you have to keep in place for that particular services. So this is it for the video. If you have any questions, we have a free community that I have created. You could just join the community from the link in the description. You can go ahead and post out your questions. I'll be happy to help you out. And if you want to chat with or connect with like-minded people, you could join the community as well. So this is it for the video. I hope you found this video helpful. And regarding the VPS part, like, I mean, this is the basic security setup that you could follow for any VPS that you like create. Like, I mean, I could show this video reference in some of the other videos of mine, which you can follow the exact setup from the purchase to this particular setting up of fail to ban, and then proceed with the installation of the things that I show you in the other videos. So I just want to make this reference as well. So yeah, that's it for the video. I hope you found it helpful. This is regarding the security thing that I just wanted to do from long time. And I leave all the links of these document and the contabo, everything, the terminus and all. I'll leave them in the description. So you could just go ahead and check them out. So that's it for the video, and I'll see you in the next one.